It's the Plan B Morning Show. Brock Hunter,
Morning. What's that?
how you doing? Ya ass.
I'm doing good, man. Just got actually I was up early this morning. Up on the couch. So I got YouTube Premium or whatever. I pay for that, not YouTube TV, but the premium.
Sucker.
So what do you mean sucker? Listen to this. You're about to get premium after I tell you what I did.
Oh boy.
So they got like old TV shows.
Yeah.
You know, they include with premium. You know, it was one of the first ones I scrolled by. I'm like, no way.
The Rifleman.
No. Robert Stack.
Oh, Unsolved Mysteries. Nice.
Like 4 a.m. I'm up. Just getting that creepy vibe going.
I'm
telling you, Unsolved Mysteries, man.
You know, I read, so actually I have a fun little Unsolved Mysteries fact for you. I saved this. There were 402 cases featured on Unsolved Mysteries that have now been solved.
Really?
402 cases featured on Unsolved Mysteries that have now been solved.
I'd say that's a successful show, right?
Yeah, that is. That's a good point.
God, Stack was creepy, man.
They were all solved by Robert Stack.
You know, Robert Stack, that voice. He had that trench coat.
Yeah.
That just kind of looked like a skeleton, you know? I looked like he was dead.
I do like that he had the trench coat tied up too. Like it was actually like closed and then tied.
Yeah.
When's the last time you've actually seen someone with the full trench coat on and then it tied after
up,
being buttoned?
So he's kind of walking through some smoke.
Yeah.
Maybe down an alley. August 5th, 1985.
One light there. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what's another good narrator that has just a voice? You're immediately like drawn to it. His name's Peter something, I think. But he's the voice of Forensic Files.
Oh, yeah. Any of those guys that have kind of that creepy voice. All right.
Look him up. Forensic Files narrator. What's his Peter something, I think.
Forensic.
So I heard that guy, he did a commercial for something. It wasn't Forensic Files, and I couldn't focus on what he was doing the commercial for.
It was Peter Thomas.
Peter Thomas.
Creepy
ass voice. God. And he recorded like 9,000 episodes. It was crazy. I looked it up one time.
Yep. Yeah, he passed in 2016.
Mm-hmm. He would be a good AI. You know, how they can recreate the voice.
Oh, right. With all the voice. Because he was a voice.
He almost kind of sounds a little robot-y.
Yeah.
You know?
Huh. Well, look, don't be all creepy now and talking about Unsolved Mysteries and
Forensic Files and all those murdery shows.
Right. You get too deep in that rabbit hole, man, then you start freaking out about everything. Like, wah!
You need to turn the ID channel off, man.
Right. Exactly.
Evil lives here.
Everything is just so
everybody's murdering everybody. What's going on?
Yeah. Give my wife ideas, man. She's like, look, I can do it.
Yeah, get away with it.
I can do it. I've watched enough of the ID channel.
You always get caught in the end.
I'm going to murder my husband.
That's what I do. We're both watching it. And I kind of lean back and then just like watch her.
She's over there with a notepad. Like, what are you writing down? Hey,
right.
What are you writing down? Nothing. It's the grocery list.
Really paying attention to this.
Murder Hunter. It's an interesting grocery list. Actually, here's the problem, though. If our wives ever murdered us, everyone would be like, it's fine. We don't need to do an episode about it. It's okay.
Right.
It's okay. It's fine. It's better that way.
Nobody cared.
What is it? No one. What the hell?
Sad.
Anyway. Well, enough of Hunter getting creeped out at 4:00 in the morning. It is the Plan B Morning Show. We are here. It's Tuesday. Don't forget, we are streaming. Find us on Twitch, the WIRX Facebook page, and, of course, the Plan B Morning Show YouTube page. Make sure you subscribe to that for web-exclusive content we got on there for you. A lot of great stuff when we get it. Oh, I shouldn't say great. It's stuff. It's things. It's extra
content
and content for you.
Mm-hmm.
You're watching go, they said this was great. This is terrible. I hope those guys get murdered.
Nobody would care.
Channel. Anyway, with that said, we do got to keep things moving here, folks. It's time for your morning dump. Hold on, sorry, real quick. There was breaking news from yesterday, so I'm kind of thrown off. First, let me get the sponsor, and then I will ask you a question. Of course, your morning dump brought to you by Pump
Dad.
Septic. Clean your septic today with Pump That Septic. Call them 269-445-7777. Or visit pumpthatseptic.com. Yeah, pump it. Yeah, pump it. Yeah, pump it. Okay, do you want me to start with sad news or end with sad news?
Start with the sad news.
You want me to start with it, and then we'll try and
happy.
Pick ourselves up. Folks, I hate to break this to everyone if you haven't seen, but legendary Paul Reubens, a.k.a. Pee Wee Herman, has passed away at the age of 70.
Ah, man.
He has been battling, I think, quite privately,
how old
cancer.
Was he?
70 years old.
70.
He has been battling, or was battling for the past 6 years, and again privately, cancer.
Mm-hmm.
And he finally succumbed to it. That's a long, hard battle with a terrible disease.
Pee Wee, man, grew up with Pee Wee, so Pee Wee was just a little before my time. So Pee Wee was on the tail end of the Pee Wee's Playhouse thing.
Yep.
As I was growing up, but grew up with it because I had a few older sisters. So it was definitely within their time. And so we watched Pee Wee a lot.
Right.
Pee Wee. And then he went on to the acting. So pull up his movies real quick. That always will stick out in my head. One of the most phenomenal roles that he played was in Blow.
No, dude, he was fantastic in Blow. He was
phenomenal in Blow.
Fantastic. And I think to see that and see him, in a serious role was kind of weird for some people, but I thought he did an amazing job. God, he was in a lot. He was in Nice Dreams, the Cheech and Chong Nice Dreams.
Yeah.
I think he does a bunch of coke in that movie, doesn't he? He was also in Cheech and Chong's next movie. He was in a lot
of drug movies, wasn't he?
Yeah. He was in Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. Dunstan Checks In. Yeah.
So 70 years old. Man.
Oh, Mystery Men. He was in Mystery Men too. I forgot about that one. Mm-hmm. That is a bad movie. I'm not gonna lie. That is a terrible movie.
Watched on Reddit yesterday. I was kind of scrolling through and saw that and watched like an old. I think it was like his original Pee Wee's Playhouse, like maybe the first episode or somebody posted or something.
Right.
And I watched a good 5 minutes of it. Just an interesting character. The whole. Where did Pee Wee come from?
I think
what's
just
the
his
story
mind.
On that?
I think it's just his mind. So the Pee Wee Herman character was developed by Reubens into a live stage show titled The Pee Wee Herman Show in 1980.
Mm-hmm.
It features many characters that would go on to appear in Playhouse, including Captain Carl, Jambi the Genie, Miss Yvonne, Petrie or Terry the Pterodactyl. It always throws me off because there's a P in front of it. That's how you get. And Clocky. While enjoying continuous popularity with the show, Reubens teamed up with young director Tim Burton in 1985 to make the comedy film Pee Wee's Big Adventure.
Mm-hmm.
Became one of the year's surprise hits, costing relatively modest $6 million, and then made $45 million in the box office. So,
wow.
What I think is really special about it? It was just such a wild concept, and I think it put kids in this very fantastical world, this kind of crazy out there world.
Yeah, exactly. There's nothing else like it.
Yep.
If you think about it, I mean, yeah, that's my question. I want to. There's got to be an interview out there, like whoa, the first time did you go into the bathroom, look in the mirror, and then did that come out of you? Like, where did it come from?
I know you are, but what am I?
What am I? What do you ever? What was he like? You know what it reminds me of? Like when you're like a kid, like second, third grade. And you just start doing like weird random voices, and you kind of like you.
I think that's why children loved it so much.
Related to it so
much
because
it was goofy and crazy and
the
out
dance
there.
And
yeah, right. Stand up and do that. Stand up and do that dance real quick for everyone.
It's underneath. I'm not wearing pants. I can't.
Oh, is that what it is?
No, I'm wearing pants.
Hey, that fits for Pee Wee's Playhouse.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. Come on, man. Come on.
Which, hey, we had that conversation, and you know where I stand. I think Paul Reubens got a unfair shake, and that really threw his career.
Yeah.
He was in a place where that's what you do.
That's what, yeah.
And everyone's like, "Oh my god!" It's
why? It's because he was Pee Wee, and he was that
for a children. But you know what? A bunch of adults do think if it's behind closed doors.
Yeah.
It's not like he was dressed as Pee Wee on the street whacking it. That always bothered me. I always feel like Paul Reubens got he got an unfair shake on.
He really did, though. You're not wrong. On that.
He was in an adult movie theater where adults are allowed to go.
And you know what? To be honest with you, you know how hard it is to push through that,
right?
And his career went on after that.
Yeah,
he still did phenomenal things. I mean, it was tough for him. But hey, he could have just folded like many others. Pauly Shore,
But
I think he ended up pretty good considering the situation.
Well, I think what happened so he was a childhood favorite. That scandal came out and a bunch of people are upset, and all of our parents were like, "Oh, that's blah blah blah." And then we got older and we realized, wait, that's what everyone was upset about. And then it was called the nostalgia factor. The nostalgic factor came back, and I think it was almost like a second wind for him and millennials and those later Gen Xers that grew up watching him and everything like that. I think that's what it is. We realized, like, okay, that's what we were upset about back in the day. No, it's fine. I want to go back and watch Pee-wee's Playhouse because it's an awesome show. You know what I mean?
I mean, it was I don't know, awesome, but
I remember it pretty fondly. So we saying there's better things.
Watch Ozark or Pee-wee's Playhouse. That's a tough one.
I would rather watch Pee-wee's Playhouse. I would. I don't know. Some shows are just, and I don't know. Maybe nowadays cartoons are too. Are they too preachy? Is that weird to say?
Yeah, I'm not watching too many cartoons these days, but
it's like the 6th season of Home Improvement. It's like, I don't want to hear it. We don't need to be doing this. We don't need to see an episode about Brad smoking. All right. Same thing with like Saved by the Bell when they did the episode where Jesse was addicted to uppers.
That's right. Like, actually, that one was on the other day. It's funny you bring that up. I watched that episode.
Like, that's too heavy for Saturday morning, man. Knock it off.
Yeah, it did kind of get weird.
I want to see a talking couch.
Hey, you got to fill time, man. You got to.
And a bicycle, like and Cowboy Curtis. That was Lawrence Fishburne, by the way.
We got 94 more episodes to record. We got to.
Let's do one where a high schooler is addicted to uppers. That'll be real good. That'll land well. But long story short, an icon, I think, is safe to say, an icon. For a lot of people, and rest in peace, Paul Reubens, and just tough 6 years battling cancer. That sucks, man.
Yeah,
that really does. Well, now that I brought everyone down, should we do like a
you got something else? Right.
No, everyone's dead. That's all we can do.
Get the organ music.
How about this? We've been putting that organ music. No, I'm not going to do that. Pee-wee doesn't deserve that, man. Pee-wee doesn't deserve this. If you've put a bucket of movie theater popcorn under the butter machine and you get all the butter on top, you've been doing it wrong. There's a guy been going viral and he shows you how to do it.
With the straw.
Did you? So you saw it. Okay.
It's been a thing for a while.
Has it really?
This guy didn't come up with anything new.
So long story short, he puts the straw, slides it down, and then puts it over the spout, and then he pumps it in so it gets to the bottom of it. And it's this new crazy buttery popcorn hack. You have a love-hate relationship with popcorn butter.
Yeah, I can't have too much butter. Doesn't work well for me. So, yeah, there is. It is hard to get the butter to the bottom, but you can just shake it up enough, right?
Well, why don't you just? I thought they put a little in and then they butter it and then they put some more in. And if you want to get more, if you want to, have that heart attack a little bit sooner, you can go then to the butter machine. Isn't that how that works?
You know what? I think
butter it for you.
They should have. Okay, I'm trying to think of how you'd make it. It would be okay. You like the cheddar or whatever, you put the cheddar stuff on it.
I love I'll do like the jalapeno ranch they got. That's really good too. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Now imagine a big container that's split in half, right? And what's split in half has a bunch of holes in it. And you put a bunch of that powder on the bottom and your popcorn on top. You close it, shake it, shake it all up.
I get what you're saying.
All the excess powder goes to the bottom. Take the top off, you pour the popcorn back into your butt. Now everything is perfectly seasoned and buttered.
That's what bothers me about it is that it's like the top layer is always fantastic.
Yeah.
All right? It's always the greatest thing you've ever had. And then halfway through, and by the way, you're not even to the movie, you're just in the credits and you're already halfway through.
Your second trip.
Then the popcorn, it's already kind of cooled down, so it's not nice and hot anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Your seasoning is all gone, and it's just kind of bland. I'm going to say something here, and maybe this is controversial, and I'm not for any of our advertisers out there that are movie theaters. I still love you. I'm not. I think the popcorn's kind of overrated.
Do you?
I know it's kind of a staple. It's kind of it is a staple. It's movies and popcorn, right? There's other things I'd rather eat. Like if I were to go and they said, all right,
compared to other popcorn, is it
compared to other snacks?
Snacks.
I get the nachos if I go to the movie theater.
I know what you're saying now.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I thought you were talking comparison to other popcorn. So I have yet to find a popcorn that is movie theater butter popcorn.
No, for sure. I don't know what that butter is made out of.
What kind of popcorn is it? What are they doing? Why does that popcorn taste different than any other popcorn that I get at the store?
No, it's the butter, man. It's that liquid hot magma butter that comes out of a dude. It's butter out of a spout, Hunter. Yeah, all right, it is literally out. I'm gonna say that again. It's butter out of a spout. All right, seriously, you could. It's liquid butter. You're not getting that. You try
a lot of it.
Think about this. Try and do that at home. You take the butter stick, you melt it in the microwave. Mm-hmm. It's not the same.
It's not the same.
Not even close to the same.
It doesn't even taste the same. There's something with that popcorn. There's something with the butter that whatever it is, the container they put it in. I don't know what the magic is, but there's magic there.
It's crack. They got to put crack. Just a scotch of crack in there. Yep. So, but I will say me personally, I'm a nacho guy. I'll go for the movie nachos. I will. And if I do have the popcorn, do you get nacho cheese to dip your popcorn in?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh,
you have to. Oh,
so good. Come on. Man, I can actually hear you getting fatter.
Yeah, good.
Do you think? Real quick, because I know all the other countries love making fun of fat Americans. Okay. Mm-hmm. But do other countries have liquid butter like we do? That is a question, because if you were to take someone who's never been to America and then you take them to a movie theater and like, oh, this is where the liquid butter pours out. They might be, what?
No wonder you guys are so jowly, you know?
Yeah, they're feeling a little thick right here, right in the jowls.
It's butter. It's got to go through your system. You know that, right?
That's our butter hose. That's what it is.
Let go of the button. That's enough.
It's never enough.
It's not.
Turn that thing on high. Yep, right there. But anyway, yeah, so apparently new butter hack for you. You put a straw in and that's it. Lastly, a sexual health and wellness practice out of New York just did a nationwide survey asking people across America on a scale of 1 to 10, rate your current level of body confidence in the nude. Well, after having a bunch of popcorn and butter from the movie theater, not feeling too good. And basically every state said it's 4 or a 5 because all of the averages were between 4.4 and 5.8. The state where the people are most confident without being without clothes, Washington was number 1, then Rhode Island, followed by Delaware.
Because there's nobody around and nobody can see you because there's nobody at
Maryland and Colorado.
Yeah, you see?
I want to say that
go
again.
Up in the mountains.
Right. All right. You just
There's something to that. There's nobody around. That's why.
So
every one of those states is a.
Everyone in Washington, Rhode Island, Delaware, and Maryland are just like, yeah, whatever. I'll be nude. I'm fine with it.
Flopping around.
Okay, Hunter, if I were to ask you, go to a state where you want to see people naked. Are any of those on your list? No. California, Florida. Yeah. How about the sandy beaches of North Carolina?
There you go.
Right?
Yeah, let's go to the Outer Banks. Outer Banks.
Right, New York City. Okay, I'd throw that in the list. But never would I say, you know where I think I'm going to see some nice naked people? Delaware.
The state of Delaware.
Oh, look, we're in Delaware. And everyone's naked for some reason.
You know?
That's weird. I would not expect those states at all.
If they were like, would you go to a naked thing? Naked something, whatever?
Like a naked,
like the marathon, or like there's naked walks and runs.
We talked about this recently about the naked cruise line that's going around.
The naked cruise.
I'm not quite there yet. A cruise actually kind of makes sense. All right. It's confined, but like, I'm not going to a naked bicycle ride. I'm not going to a naked marathon.
Question.
Okay, go ahead. You in the back.
This is what I'm asking. So somebody asked me, hey, let's go. Let's do it. Why?
Right. What's the goal? What's the goal
What are
of
we
being
doing?
naked?
What?
Right.
So the goal is you can see me naked?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, why? Well, you feel free, and maybe just that feeling is worth it.
I think you just want to see my penis.
Of being naked and around other naked people, and hey, we're all naked, and it feels weird, but I kind of like it. I feel free.
I think you just want to see my butt cheeks.
That's that's exactly what I'm asking. Why?
Right.
Why?
Yeah. What is it?
What is it?
Well, it's the way God intended. Right? You go into this.
No, that's not a good enough reason. No.
It's you come into this world naked. You should be naked all the time. You know what?
If you've worn underwear, it's nice. It feels nice.
Little protection.
Clothes
little
look
protection
nice.
in there.
They're stylish.
Yeah.
You can choose different kinds. So it's nice about being human,
Oh. And then I think it makes naked more fun. If you're just naked all the time, then I mean, what's the big whoop? Right?
Here's the thing. It's like the lingerie thing. Kind of, you almost look better with it on.
A little bit on.
You almost look more sexy with clothes on. Hey, by the way,
yeah,
you don't need to see all of that. Actually, we need to cover some of that up.
A little tease, if you will, right?
Yeah.
All right, I get what you're saying. So
that was just my question with it.
No,
why? Why? What are we doing?
Valid question. To wrap this up, the state where people are the least confident is a tie between Indiana and Oregon. Next is Nebraska, followed by Minnesota. See, now all of those make sense.
Indiana.
All of the Indiana, Nebraska, Minnesota. Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of people like, I feel like getting naked right now.
I feel like getting naked.
Yeah, that makes sense.
No, keep your clothes on.
Anyway, all right. You want to get naked real quick?
Sure.
Pop that top.
Right.
I know you're not wearing pants already, so will you stop it? You keep your nips off of this, all right? That is correct. 1892.
Yeah.
All right. That's your morning dove, cripes. All right.
Be right back. I'm going to go grab a hat.
Yep. You got 2 minutes. Pump. Good morning, Leanne. CJ, you ass. Good morning. Good morning, Scott. And yes, David, very sad on the Paul Reubens. I know that's what you were talking about. I didn't realize he was 70.
Yeah.
That's, I guess, surprising to me. I thought he was, but Pee Wee's Playhouse, he was probably in his probably mid-20s.
Are there any characters like that anymore? I guess YouTube stars, right?
That'd be the closest thing.
Like Blue's Clues. Like adults.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that type of character kind of like
that though, Blue's Clues, like I know it is kind of different. For example, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, they made that a cartoon now, and it's Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
So they've just adjusted it and everything. But like Blue's Clues, that's not on anymore. I think that's more of no, not true. Blippy. You do have Blippy.
I mean,
and I know firsthand.
I have no idea what you're talking
about Blippy, because my daughter loves Blippy. He's just a fun guy that goes around and sings and plays and
Blippy, huh?
Yep. All right, here we go. Well, good morning. It's the Plan B Morning Show, 7:36. Brock Hunter.
Morning.
Did not give you much time for sports, but that's all right. That's all right. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Anyway, with that said, we're on our stream. Find us. We're on Twitch. We're on Facebook, YouTube. Make sure you subscribe and get in on the fun. We'll be on for the next 20 minutes or so. Right now, let's do sports. As always, sports brought to you by Bud Distributing.
Hey, Bud.
Bud Distributing, getting you stocked up with delicious Bud Light, tall, cool Budweisers, other great drinks to keep you thirst quenched. Yeah, like Good Boy Vodka Seltzers. Every pour helps a pup. And Michelob Ultra. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Hey, Bud, and remember to drink.
They go down smooth, man. I'll tell you that much. They go down real smooth.
Like eggs.
What?
It's weird.
Rocky, really? All right, let's talk about hockey. Baseball scores on your Google. Check them out. Hockey, Golden Knights. You guys know them. Las Vegas Golden Knights winning the Stanley Cup in June brought the city its first major pro sports championship. Led to a huge loss for the town sports books. According to the Nevada Gaming Control Board, Nevada State sports books lost $6.6 million on hockey waivers in June. It's the largest monthly loss in hockey since the state started tracking the category in 2020. Wow. 6.6 mil. It's a big loss.
That is
big loss, but you know what?
But also,
That's chump change in Vegas.
That's chump change for them. That's
6.6.
I love it. Oh, actually, that should be kind of upsetting to all of us because it's like, really, Vegas? Yeah. That's all you lost, and that's your biggest loss.
You gonna be okay, Vegas?
Yeah, you're gonna be okay. You
gonna make it?
Make it. Well, just in case, here's another $100 from me on that. That's fine.
I'm gonna make that back in a night.
You jerks.
I wonder what the hotels. I wonder what the profit is a night. I wonder what the average income a night is for
just got
Vegas hotel. Seriously though,
money, right?
I mean, every time that ding 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 ding.
That's what I think is kind of trash. That because you know you got your pit bosses and everything, and they're watching people counting cards, and they'll rough someone up. It's like, okay, counting cards is a hard thing to do. So if one guy comes in, and gets a little bit of money from you, I say it's fair game. You guys, it is fair game. Yeah, make it illegal then. If it's so bad, then make it illegal. Say you can't count cards.
Yeah.
But technically, it's not illegal.
Yeah, so they have people watching the camera, and like certain moves you do, they know you're counting cards.
Yeah, and like if you would make a bet or something, and it's like,
this guy's definitely counting cards.
Normal, a normal guy wouldn't make that bet. All right,
we believe you're counting cards. We're gonna ask you to leave. Kind of an ordeal.
A normal guy that bought that book in the gift shop that said how to beat blackjack, how to beat the house, right?
There's a guy, we talked about this before, but it's a Netflix documentary on a guy who plays blackjack, professional blackjack player.
Yeah.
They follow him around, or, he makes his own documentary, him and his dad. It just, it's very interesting. But he gets kicked out of every casino. Every single casino he gets walked out of. Because he finally figure out who he is. He's wearing disguises. He's putting on wigs. But he's making money. And he's just traveling around America, casino to casino. They make it here. Around us. It's very interesting, man.
I would love to be able to count cards, but I don't have the brain for that. So I don't even
you just go in there like a dummy.
Yep. Here's my $100.
Here you go. It goes quick and blackjack.
I really don't mind it. What I like about blackjack is that you can stretch it if you can. Like, I don't mind breaking even. Like, I'm not saying I need to make a killing, but like you could make $100 stretch if you do all right. Here's what I don't like about local casinos as opposed to Vegas is Vegas, at least you can get free drinks. Yeah. All right. If you do it right, you can get yourself some free drinks.
You want a tip on that?
And what?
Go to the bar and play the bar at the bar.
Well, yeah, if you can find them. If you can find them. Not all of them have that.
So the lady that was my bartender, she's like, keep coming back here. And I'm like, oh, yeah, because I'm tipping well, right? She's like, no, I get tipped all the time, kid.
Yes.
She's like, come get your drinks
I'm really
here.
Taking care of you, lady. Wink, wink,
right. Yeah, I'm like that guy.
Big roller. Okay.
So she's like, no, we pour our drinks here. So I'm pouring your drink. She's like, when you're on the floor, she's like, those waitresses go back and everything's on a gun. Everything is pre-measured. That's how they get them to you so quick.
Oh, okay.
Because they're walking in the back, just like a fountain drink,
Yeah.
and then they run them out to you. But if you go to the actual bar,
yep,
they hand pour them. They make them a little stronger.
No, I got something even better. You find the bar with the video poker, all right? And if you play the video poker, they'll just keep feeding you drinks while you're sitting there. Throw a 20 in there and just go slow. You don't need to go fast. Just go slow.
There you go. That's my problem with blackjack. It's too fast, and they want it to be fast. They want those cards to be turned. Let's go.
Yep.
Faster, the more money they're making. Yep. More money I'm losing quickly. I played 2 minutes of blackjack. I'm stealing grandma's gas, man. I'm getting all stressed out, man.
That's why I like going to the backside of the strip and I play pick a number or war or from Vegas Vacation. What other games did they have?
Yeah.
Coin flip heads or tails.
Let's play bozo buckets.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. Not a gambler.
Nope.
Anyway, I got one more story. You want to get to it?
Sure.
Hey, quarterback, Arch Manning. It's a freshman at the University of Texas. You might know Arch Manning. You might know his last name. Sounds familiar, right? He's never played a down of college football, much less a down of pro football. Yet, somehow, some way, a trading card featuring Arch Manning was auctioned off for $103,000. His one-of-a-kind Prism Black autograph card, produced by Panini, was auctioned off for a charity and sold for big bucks. The winner of the auction is unknown, but whoever bought this thing will get to meet Arch, obviously, as well as catch passes from him, blah, 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 but possibly have the original card.
I've heard out of all of the Mannings, he is not nearly as good. Like, he's average.
He sucks.
I wouldn't say sucks, but he's like average.
Well, I mean, if you're a Manning, what's average?
I'm saying
better than anybody you've ever known.
Compared to other athletes.
Compared to his
So
class.
stupid. I'm sorry. 100. And this is just.
Hey, your last name's Manning. Everything he touches is gold.
That's just ridiculous. Ridiculous. How old is he now?
Well, he had said he's a freshman at the University of Texas.
Okay, so
never played it down in college football yet.
What if he's just garbage?
His last name's Manning. Doesn't matter. It's
ridiculous.
He's got a Prism autographed Prism Black.
I mean, if he does become something, that card's going to be, priceless. But
man,
I don't.
What kind of pressure is that? It's like
that's what I mean.
Like being LeBron James' son or any Michael Jordan's kids.
Yep.
The Manning's kids. Thanks, Dad. Thanks for setting the bar. It's stupid high.
I don't even like football, Dad. That's Peyton's boy, right?
Arch. Yeah, I think so, right?
Because I don't think Eli has any kids, does he? Does Eli Manning have any kids?
I'm not sure. Couldn't tell you that. Remember when Tom Brady was throwing the ball with Drew Brees' kids after he beat Brees in the?
I think I do remember that. Yeah, I think
it was after the game, and Tom Brady's out there throwing the ball with Brees' kids, and you're just like, oh man, dude, that's.
Dad, you suck. We want the winning dad.
We want the winning dad.
We want the dad with the big trophy. You loser. Jeez.
All right, you beat me in the game. Don't throw the ball with my kids.
Jeez,
man.
You want to bang my wife too?
Jeez. Hey.
Yeah. Come on, kids.
I'm your wife, man.
Come on, kids. I'm your new dad.
Hop in the car. We're going.
Yeah.
Getting the hell out of here.
By the way, I'm not using a condom either with your wife.
Oh, jeez, man.
Good God.
Anyway.
Tom Brady stole my wife and kids.
Took a dark turn there.
It's a very dark turn. The kids are probably just a fan and like, oh, this is cool. Yeah.
Anyway.
Nope. Is that all you got?
Yeah, Arch Manning got a $103,000 card there. Hasn't even taken a snap.
Ridiculous.
Unbelievable.
Right. Sports brought to you by Bud Distributing.
Hey, Bud.
We'll be back. All right.
What's the topic?
Hold on. I forgot. It is My computer's being slow. Oh, it's not as good as it used to be.
Nice. Right back.
Yep. You got 2 minutes, by the way.
Scary. Yeah, with this new pitch clock. Do it.
Let's see. Oh, I think he's the other Manning who does commentary and talk show stuff. That was. Yeah, there's a ton of Mannings. Cooper's son. Who's Cooper? Oh, it's Cooper. So Cooper's the one that doesn't play. And Arch Manning is his son. So Cooper Manning, is that what it is?
How many Mannings are there?
Dude, there's a fucking ton, man, apparently. Oh, and Eli Manning's got 4 kids.
Eli's got 4?
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah, it could be Rivers. I have 9, 10, or 11.
Yeah. 10, right? Now he's
10?
got 10. He's got the 10th one on the way. Jesus.
It's that goose crossing the road with 9 babies behind him.
Hit a couple of them. You don't need
God, man.
Terrible. It's awful.
I was taking the boat to the launch the other day, and there's some geese crossing the road, so I stopped. This truck behind me, you could see him kind of pull it aside. Come on, what's going on?
What's this guy
doing?
doing?
It's a geese, man. Let me.
Yeah, yeah. It's geese. There we go. Well, good morning. 7:49, the Plan B Morning Show. Brock Hunter.
What's up? What's happening?
Well, let's do it. It's time for your topic of the day, brought to you by Sports 44. Try Sports 44 first for sporting gear, shoes, clothes, school spirit wear, equipment, and more. Located at 2605 South Cleveland Avenue in St. Joe. Sports 44, sporting goods for all 4 seasons. Your topic for today, what's not as good as it used to be? My back.
That's a good quick answer there.
My back.
Hey.
Do you want me to kick this off? Because I have one that I will stand by this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Maybe there's people out there that know what I'm talking about. Something that's not as good as it used to be, Butterfinger.
Oh, yeah. You said this yesterday. This is interesting because I'm not like a huge Butterfinger fan, but
they did this whole big campaign like, oh, new and improved formula, Butterfinger formula, yada, yada, yada. I was super excited to try it. It tastes like trash.
Garbage.
It tastes like trash. It's not nearly as like buttery as the old Butterfingers were. Like the old Butterfingers, like why it worked for me is that it was a really nice mix of like a butter flavor and then a peanut butter flavor. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I haven't had a Butterfinger in so long.
Yeah.
But I know it gets stuck in your teeth, and I think that's why I don't.
Oh, dude, it just gets compacted in there.
I mean,
like if you need
fillings,
fillings, just eat a if you need a filling, just eat a Butterfinger and you're set to go. You are set to go.
No joke, sure. But yeah, you love Butterfingers, huh? You didn't watch
I used to. I know, but I remember the commercials, man, and I thought it was the coolest thing. Probably because my parents wouldn't let me watch The Simpsons.
Oh, there you go.
Want Butterfingers and what Bart ate even more.
To rebel a little bit. That's interesting. Good.
Yeah.
Good answer. Butterfinger. Mine? I'm gonna say get-togethers and parties.
Oh, good answer.
Yeah,
I like that answer.
Yeah, it's not because I always say, oh, but you get older and, people do their own thing and, have kids and they go, separate ways, blah. But no, I'm talking about like family reunions. I'm talking about just the get-togethers.
Yep.
Remember back in the day growing up, it would be like 100 people. It
Yeah.
felt like.
Yeah.
This is like a wedding. We had to like rent out like a whole place.
Yep.
Because there's going to be so many people. We need the space. Now
Yeah.
it's like, and now if you get a living room full of people, it's like, okay, this is great. We really found some time to get people to get. It's weird how things have gotten smaller in that way. And you know what it is? I think a little bit or a lot of it, social media, obviously.
Oh, that's what it is. That's
you
all it is.
You don't have to see. You see your cousins in Florida every single day you post.
Yep.
Remember back in the day when you didn't have that? You're like, I wonder what they look like now.
Yeah.
I haven't seen them in a year.
Let's say you saw them once a year. Every time you'd see them, they look different. You're like, oh my God.
You didn't get the stories. You weren't on the phone with them all the time.
Yep.
And you would have that time where you'd catch up.
Oh, tell it right. Yep.
Yeah,
I think that's a great answer. Any family get together or just general parties, everything. Everyone's buried in their phones. People aren't going out. Oh yeah, for sure.
My family's still pretty good at especially on my mom's side for sure.
Yeah.
They always have like their like huge, family reunion.
Yeah.
They just had theirs. And I think it was like their last one they were going to do or something, but tons of people showed up. It was nice. It was nice to have that loud kind of just room full of people.
I know you and I are in our mid-30s, so it's probably a weird thing to bring up, but like when's the last time you went to like a awesome bonfire party?
Yeah.
Like when's the last time someone said like, "Hey, we're all getting together in my
stoking
field.
up the fire, man, and you bring some beers."
Yeah.
BYOB, bring your own beer.
I'm not saying we need to do a rager every weekend, but I mean,
we're having a big fire too.
Right?
We're putting we got mattresses.
You just got music going. No one's on their effing phones. I think that's a great answer. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Not nearly as good as they used to be.
Seriously.
Nope.
That was the thing to do. Now what are people doing?
Everyone's just in on their phones, man. They're just, watching TikTok and tweeting each other.
Man.
They're on the snapbacks or whatever. We got some more answers here. What's not as good as it used to be? Alan said McDonald's French fries.
Really? They changed them?
I don't know. I don't think they were that crazy good to begin with. It's salted potato. It's salted deep fried potato. I think they're all the same, in my opinion. But
I know. I haven't been I can't bear the line.
Yeah.
CJ, I just real quick before you move on from McDonald's, I saw it on the news the other day. I was at my parents watching the news because they had it on. McDonald's made like $6 billion or something this past in profit.
Of course they did.
They're like on pace to it was some crazy fact.
Yeah,
but they are billions ahead of everybody. It's crazy.
God, the other day I drove past the one there off of 94 on Pipestone. And I know that's a major one because it's right off the highway.
Line around the corner.
Dude, every stall was packed and there was a line. I was like, oh my God. It was around dinner time. Don't get me wrong. It was dinner time, but I was like, God, does anybody go anywhere else?
Seriously?
No.
There's a fast food joint right next to one. I'm not gonna call them out. Yeah. But they're always empty.
Always. Yeah.
There's a line around the corner. And then you can go right next door and go right up to the window in order.
Which is what I always do.
People still sit there in that line. They're like, no, I need my McChicken, man.
I got the time. CJ said cartoons. I think that's a good answer. And we were kind of talking about that earlier. I think cartoons are, I don't know.
Anybody who grew up around the Looney Tunes will say that.
Looney Tunes, I think even, through the 80s and 90s, I think they were just better, man.
You know what would be interesting? And I'm sure there's a YouTube video. There's somebody who's done it. But sit your kids down and throw some Looney Tunes on it, and afterwards be like, okay, what do you think?
You know what it is now is everything is computer generated. Everything is just all computer generated cartoons. And I think that takes away from some of it a little bit. Does that make sense? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that. I think there was kind of some adult comedy in the Looney Tunes. Back in the day, it was a little, you could do things, you could say things, you could get away with things.
Now, on the flip side, I think
Pepe Le Pew could be all creepy and nobody would get all upset about it.
He's straight up sexually assaulting that cat. What is happening?
This is 70s. We're fine.
Yeah. He is straight up. I mean,
some of the things you're like, all right.
My chérie. But yes, what I was saying to jump off of that, I will say though that I think some of the animated movies have just gotten so good.
Yeah.
Like I can sit and watch animated movies with my daughter and not be like, I need to stab my
Pixar
eyes out.
movies and the
Yeah, right.
what else is it? It's Pixar and
Well, you got DreamWorks and
DreamWorks.
everything, and yeah.
Yeah, some of those are incredible.
And even Disney, some of the Disney ones are like, God, this is an adult. I could watch this as an adult and not be bored. So.
You know what's wild when they make the character look like who's doing the voice,
right?
Like was it in Cars? Like before the even voice came out, I'm like, that's Larry the Cable Guy. He's playing a car. He's
as Mater.
Yeah, whatever character he plays.
Yeah, they do. Well, like
it looks like him, dude.
What's that new one, Samoa or whatever? No, I've said that wrong, and I'm not trying to be racist, but the one with the it's the Hawaiian themed one, and it's got Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
Like, yeah, I mean, he's got the same kind of tattoos as Dwayne.
Right, looks like
big guy. Yeah, big guy. He's just got long hair. It's different. So, we got some more answers on Facebook. What's not as good as it used to be? Mike said Corvettes. I will agree, except for the new Corvettes, the new the C8. Dude,
you're seeing a lot of them now.
Dude, well, because they're only like $70,000. You can get basically a Ferrari for $70,000.
Yeah, people are buying them up, man. I think they're a little bit more now because people are
everything's up. Yeah, everything's up.
But still, hey, you can get a supercar
for under $100,000
for a great price.
That's crazy, dude. And they look like an F1 racing car, dude. They're so cool looking. Yeah. So I will agree. Basically, from like, what should we say? Maybe like the 71 Stingray to now. Absolutely not worth it, but not worth it.
Yeah, some of the old vets, though, man, can't replicate them.
No.
I sat in one the other day. My dad was working on one for a buddy, and it's just even sitting in it, man, you just feels good.
Yeah.
Steering wheel's different, it's an old school steering wheel.
I like
everything in it around you. It's just
like a 65 Corvette.
Yeah, man.
I would drive that in a heartbeat, man. Let's see. KT said mac and cheese. I don't eat much mac and cheese.
Yeah,
and actually,
you
know
what? It's changed.
It's not as good, not as cheesy. I will say, I'm gonna call out my wife here real quick. She bought my daughter this like organic Annie's pasta mac and cheese. Oh my god, it's garbage.
Yeah,
give my
coming from you too. This is the guy who eats sardines and liver paste on his same.
That's delicious. Okay, that's fantastic.
Coming from you, what is it? I'm not buying it.
This is different though, because mac and cheese, that is sacred. Okay, that is supposed to be, nothing about it is supposed to be healthy. The powder that you put in, the noodles, everything, the yellow 5 that's in there. But this organic stuff, and I want my daughter to be healthy, but I think I can give her some regular mac and cheese every once in a while. This stuff was so bland. It was like, you know what it was like? It's like you just put cheese on the cardboard that they packaged the pasta in. That's what it was like. I'm like, I might as well just eat the box that it came in. That's what it tastes like. That's what it tastes like. Garbage.
I do like mac and cheese, but I think some people really love it too much.
It's good. She got mad at me because I put ketchup on it for my daughter. Yeah. She's like, "What are you doing? You ruined it." I said, "No,
put ketchup. Don't do that."
How ketchup on mac and cheese is one of the greatest things ever.
Ketchup's for your fries. That's about it. Maybe on your burger. I do like it on my burger, I guess.
You don't deserve ketchup. You
ketchup and mac and cheese, huh?
Oh, it's so good, dude. It's so good. Put little hot dogs in there.
Kind of ruining the cheese part of it.
No, it makes it better. It really brings out the tannins.
The legs on the noodles.
Yeah, the legs on the noodles. It really brings it out.
Tannins
right there. Edward had a good answer. He said appliances. Oh yeah, everything is meant to be thrown out in like 5 years.
That's definitely true on the old dryers, because I was looking at some because mine is on its tail end.
Yeah,
but it's an old school dryer, so they're like, it's gonna last. Hold on to it. Blah. Yep. They were made better, and they're right. Things are made to break, because if they don't break, then what? You're not making money.
Right.
You need it to break, so somebody has to buy it again.
Perfect example.
And again.
Microwave. We just had to buy a new microwave. And honestly, the little 700-watt one that we got is only $55. That's wild to me that a microwave is only $55. But that's why it'll probably be broke in 5 years. But the same hood unit that my grandma has had in her house since 77, still going strong.
Yeah.
Still going strong. Yeah, that's a great answer. Appliances are not nearly as good as they used to because they want them to break, so you got to buy a new one every 5 years. Nope.
It's a good answer. And it doesn't involve everything.
No,
there's made back in the day
there's still
made
some
poorly.
for sure. There's still some companies that are making good stuff, but a lot of it is all right. We'll get you something for cheap, and
Yeah,
buy
I'll take a
$1.
toaster now rather than a toaster from 1965.
What are you talking about? They're the same thing as the
I don't know.
toaster.
I feel like the toaster from 65 is gonna burn a house down.
It's like they made the toaster back whenever. They're like, all right, we're done. We're done. That's it. That's it.
That's it.
We're good. We figured it out. Your bread is toasted.
I want to say no. This is flames coming out of the toaster in the 90s at my parents' house. Few times.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look back. Ow! Yeah.
Toaster's on fire. Well,
there was no like safety setting on those things. You could just leave them in there all day long.
Here's what I don't understand about toasters is the high setting. What in the hell are you putting in a toaster?
Some people like burnt toast, man.
Those people are psychos, all right, and have dead people in their basement. Who likes burnt toast? Who? Nobody.
I like it a little. I like it golden.
Yeah.
I don't like it burnt,
of course.
But...
Yeah, no, a little like a nice golden brown.
Yeah.
But charcoal black, that's not how you have toast. That's weird.
You know there's a little tray in the back of your toaster?
Yes, Hunter. Everyone knows that.
No, not everybody knows it. Hey, she didn't know. She discovered it the other day. She's like, hey, check this out. I'm like, yeah, I know. It's a tray for the, catches the crumbs and whatnot. And you could. But yeah, in the back of your toaster, there's a little tray that pulls out.
Yep.
So
you don't have a house fire with all those crumbs that build up.
Exactly.
Right there. I don't know what happened. Oh, maybe it's the tinder you had in the bottom of that toaster,
And apparently you're supposed to clean the lint trap in your dryer every time you use it.
Yeah, you don't?
No, I never knew that. What? What?
Of course you're supposed
They
to.
should put it in red right there then. They should have every time you should change this. No, it's hidden. It's over there. I didn't know any. There's no directions there.
We have ridiculous safety warning labels on everything. All right.
Yeah, it was smelling a little hot in my house. She's like,
"What's
"You
that
clean the
burning?
lint trap?" I'm like,
"What's a
lint
lint
trap?" Duh.
How did you make it to 37?
Hey.
Unbelievable. Anyway, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I think we're good. We got everything. Steve,
I got a
at
lint
my
trap
knees.
my belly button.
Yeah, right there. Clean it out. It's gross.
There's lint in there right now.
We're gonna take a break. We got more coming up. It's the Plan B Morning Show. So stupid. All right. Well, I think we're good. Hey, thanks everyone for hanging out. Thanks for watching, commenting. We appreciate it. And yeah, we'll see you back here tomorrow.
Don't you go dying on me now.
I might.